After Pete Davidson's very real and frightening cry for help on social media in December, most people were worried. Comedian Michael Rapaport decided to trash Ariana Grande, instead, and is now even shaming Pete over his mental health. In a new interview, Michael explains that he is not and will never back down from being a huge jerk. Back in December, Pete Davidson appeared to threaten suicide, sending his fans and followers into a panic. At the time, he publicly blamed Ariana for Pete's mental and emotional state. Now, speaking to Nikki Glazer on You Up with Nikki Glazer and SiriusXM's Comedy Central Radio, he is doubling down. This is F-King Ariana Grande's fault, Rapaport continues to insist. He even repeats the sexist tweet about her that got him into hot water in the first place. So I sent a tweet about Ariana Grande, Rapaport narrates. I said something like, "She's 25, she acts 12, he begins." Rapaport recalls tweeting, "Without all the makeup, the high-heeled boots, she's not as cute as my barista at Starbucks." He recites the conclusion of his tweet, "No disrespect to Starbucks." And then people were like, "This is sexist," Rapaport laments. And it went on. Insulting a woman's appearance as if it is her only value is absolutely sexist. Also, ugh, imagine having to be this dude's barista after that comment. Fortunately, Ariana's legions of fans came for Michael Rapaport and called him out. But he claims that he is unmoved. And was like, "I'm not apologizing for this st anyway." Rapaport announces. "And I was, like, because in 20 years she's going to be like Mariah Carey," he predicts. Rapaport expects to see Ariana F-King up the lyrics to her own song, Drunk at a New Year's Thing. While Ariana and Mariah both have incredible vocal ranges, it is unclear why he is making such a hateful prediction. Though Rapaport blames Ariana for somehow magically causing Pete's lifelong mental illness or at least making it worse, Pete isn't off the hook. Rapaport lays into the Saturday Night Live actor because Pete hasn't acknowledged or apologized for scaring fans. The Pete Davidson thing, Rapaport complains. "I was annoyed with this F-King guy and his F-King suicide attempt note. And then not apologizing for it," he says. "That really offended me. It wasn't a prank, you twonk. It was a sincere expression of pain. It was a cry for help." The fact that he's come back and didn't acknowledge, Rapaport whines. He suggests that Pete could have written or said, "Yo to all my fans, to the New York City Police Department, to the people I work with and all my fans that were worried, I apologize for saying that." For the record, Pete did touch upon the suicide message when he returned to Saturday Night Live. Fellow comedian John Mulaney sat beside him and they used humor to address the very serious topic. People don't have to grovel on hand and knees because other people were scared. Again, Pete did not prank anyone. Michael Rapaport argues that if he can reassure fans, Pete can, too. "I had a little incident where I was in the hospital," Rapaport mentions. "And I posted a picture of myself in a neck brace," he shares. "And the first thing I said was, 'I'm fine, I'm good, don't worry.'" Rapaport says that Pete not apologizing is sucker-ass st. "We're glad you're good," he concludes. "But you freaked everybody out. First of all, though there are ways that a person can damage another's mental health, merely being exes doesn't cut it. Second of all, Michael Rapaport seems to have some super weird ideas about what it means to behave like a 12-year-old. Ariana's just short. That's not the same as young." Finally, Pete has nothing for which to apologize. He could if he wanted to. Not everyone feels up for discussing their well-being. Realistically, we all knew that there would quickly be reports if Pete had taken his life. We are thankful that he did not. If Rapaport's harsh words had sent Pete into another spiral, would he expect us to now blame him for Pete's mental illness?